Friends, in my earlier video, I talked about marginal cost. Here we would be discussing another relevant concept in environmental economics, which is marginal benefit. Marginal cost, we talked in terms of marginal social cost and marginal private cost, which are relevant to quantify the external cost because of negative externalities, right? And we said that marginal social cost could be computed as the addition of marginal private cost and the marginal externality. Similarly, when there is a positive externality, there is a benefit to the society at large, and this benefit we need to quantify in terms of some numerical value, in terms of cash, right? So, what is this marginal benefit? A marginal benefit is the maximum amount a consumer is willing to pay for an additional good or an additional service. So it means that if it all depends on the consumer's choice, if the consumer wants the 101 good, right, then the amount he is willing to pay for that 101 good, and why would he purchase the 101 good? He might see some benefit from it, right? So that benefit which he would be accruing by purchasing the 101 good would be called as a marginal benefit, right? So the marginal benefit for a consumer has to do with the willingness to pay for an additional good or additional service. So let us understand this concept with the help of an example where I would explain you how a marginal social benefit is arrived at for a case study with a positive externality. So we had already discussed one case study with positive externality, namely installation of solar photovoltaic panels or any renewable energy for that instance. We know that by installing a solar panel, uh, it is not simply going to benefit the household, right? Because that benefit to the household would be in the form of reduced electricity bill, and that would be a private benefit, right? So when a neighborhood when in a neighborhood where the homeowners have an option to install solar panels on their rooftops, each household that installs the solar panels benefits from a reduced electricity bills, which is his private benefit, right? And we said that it's not simply that the consumer would benefit, there is an additional benefit to the community. And what would be that additional benefit? It would be in the form of reduced air pollution, right? Or a reduced reduction in the greenhouse gas emissions. So that positive externality, if you want to quantify, let us consider this. Suppose the cost of a solar panel, right? Suppose a homeowner installs a solar panel system that generates, let us say, 1,000 units of electricity per year, right? And because of that, there is a saving in his electricity bill. Let us say that per unit, his or her saving is $0.15. It's per unit, per kWh. One unit is 1 kWh, kilowatt hours, right? Now, how much would he save? The family would save 0.15 per kWh into 1,000. So if you multiply 0.15 with 1,000, you would get $150. And that saving is his saving, his own saving. So that becomes the private benefit. So the private benefit to the homeowner is $150. Now, what about the social benefit? So the external benefit because of the solar panels is that there will be lower emissions from the conventional power plant. Let us say that because of the solar electricity, there is a reduction in carbon dioxide emissions. Say, let us assume that about zero point 0.5 tons of carbon dioxide emissions are mitigated, they are avoided, right? So now, if we assign some cost, social cost to the carbon dioxide emissions, and let us say that that cost is some $50 per ton. So obviously, for 5.5 tons of carbon dioxide, the the benefit, the external benefit which the household would contribute to the society would be zero point 0.5 tons into $50, which comes as $25 per year. Okay, so this is how we have calculated now the external benefit because of positive externality. So then what is the marginal social benefit in this case? So the marginal social benefit in this case would be $150 plus $25, and that becomes $175 per year, right? So this is the marginal social benefit which the family gets. Now, why is that family getting that? It is because of adding a solar panel, right? And this solar panel, when you are adding one solar panel, that is going to result in a marginal increase in social benefit, and that has is $25, whereas the marginal benefit of installing a solar PV panel was $150. So the marginal social benefit which comes from installing an additional solar panel is $175 per year. I hope that you have understood the concept of marginal social benefit, marginal social private benefit, and the positive externality quantification in terms of private benefit, private external benefit, societal external benefit, sorry.